SBA Publications.
Hello students, how are you all? This is your mentor Vedika and the topic we are going to start today is sentences. So let us know what sentences are. A sentence is basically a group of words that makes a complete sense. A group of words जो हमें पूरे तरीके से समझ में आए, जो कोई sense बनाए. Okay? So let's start with the text. So like I have told you earlier, a sentence is a group of words that makes a complete sense. That makes a complete sense. For example, let us see. India won the Cricket World Cup 2011. So it is a sentence and it is making a complete sense to you, right? The World Cup of 2011 is won by India. And just like this is shown in the picture, the children are playing in the park. Like we can also see in the picture, we can also tell from the picture also that the children are playing in the park, right? Next is, what is the boy doing? What is the boy doing? वो लड़का क्या कर रहा है? तो ये भी हमारे लिए एक sense बना रहा है, right? We can understand the sentence, we can understand a person's statement by reading the sentence or even by the person's words because it is making a complete sense. And the last sentence we have is, may her soul rest in peace. So we can see that a person has died and someone is saying that may her soul rest in peace. They are showing their sorrow, right? Let us move on. So here we can see that all these sentences are making complete sense. We can understand what a person is trying to say through these sentences. So that's why all of these are called sentences. Okay? So before writing a sentence or reading a sentence, you should always know that a sentence always starts with a capital letter. It should never start with a small letter. And it will always end either with a full stop, a question mark or an exclamation mark. Alright? Let us move on. Next we have parts of sentences. So a sentence is made up of two parts. And these two parts are subject and predicate. So we will know about these two parts in this topic. The first topic or the first part is subject. What is a subject? The doer of the action in a sentence. In a sentence, when someone is doing something, for example, Rohan is playing with the ball. So the doer is Rohan in the sentence, right? Or what is being spoken about? Like the book is on the table. So we are speaking about the book. So it is the subject of the sentence. And next we have predicate. So predicate is a part of the sentence that tells us something about the subject. That is telling us something about the subject. वो हमें subject के बारे में कुछ बता रहा है. Like I've told you, the book is on the table. Here subject is the book. But what are we going to know about the book? The book is on the table. So on the table will be the predicate. Here is also an example given. That is, the earth revolves around the sun. Here our subject is the earth. Alright? The earth that revolves around the sun. That we have got to know in the sentence. Let us know what is the subject and the predicate of this sentence. In this sentence, the predicate is revolves around the sun. So, why this is the predicate of the sentence? Because it is giving us an important information about our subject, that is the earth. So, we know that we are talking about the earth, but what we are talking about the earth is our predicate, that is revolves around the sun. And now, if a subject has an object, it will be placed after the verb. For example, I love coffee. Here, coffee is our object. So, it is being placed after the verb love. As you all know, verb is an action word and to love is also a verb. So the object will be placed after the verb only. I hope this is clear. So now, one thing for you to remember is that the subject will be placed before the predicate, and the predicate will always have a finite verb. Let us move on to next topic, and that is kinds of sentences, or we can say types of sentences. Let us see, sentences are of 5 kinds, alright, like it is given in our book. And the types of sentences are, first is assertive sentences, or we can say declarative sentences. Next is interrogative sentences, and third one is imperative sentences. Next we have optative and exclamatory sentences. Let us move on and know about these types of sentences in more details. First we have assertive sentences or declarative sentences. So these are the types of sentences that makes a statement, जो कोई statement बनाते हैं या हमें casually कोई बात बताते हैं. For example, India is a republic country. So it is a basic statement. We all know that India is a republic country. There is nothing to ask about in the sentence. There is nothing to exclaim about in this sentence. So these are definitely declarative sentences or assertive sentences. Next is, she can never cheat anybody. So this is declaring something about a person, that who or she can never cheat. So this is also a declarative or assertive sentence, that is telling you about a statement. Next is interrogative sentences. So like we can understand with the name only that it is going to ask questions in the sentence, right? We are going to know about the sentence that interrogate or ask questions. So a sentence that asks a question or makes an inquiry is called an interrogative sentence. In interrogative sentences, the auxiliary verb comes first, okay? This is very important for you to know that the auxiliary verb, which we also call the helping verb, will come first and the subject will follow it. So for example, like we say, you are 12 years old. So this is a declarative sentence that we can easily understand with the reading. So here the auxiliary verb is are and the subject is you, because we are talking about you in the sentence. So when we convert this declarative sentence into a interrogative sentence, you have to place this auxiliary verb first and the subject will follow it, right? So we will convert it into a question by putting this helping verb or auxiliary verb first, are, then the subject will follow it, you. Are you 12 years old? So this is how a declarative sentence is being converted into interrogative sentence. Let us see the next example. She can sing. This is also an assertive sentence. Now, if we have to convert this into interrogative sentence, we have to put the auxiliary verb first and then we have to place subject next to it. So we'll put can first. Can she sing? In the first sentence, we knew that she is able to sing. She can sing, right? But in the second sentence, we are asking about her, like, can she sing? Okay? And the last sentence we have is, Renu writes stories and poems. Again, this sentence is telling us that Renu writes stories and poems. But in the next sentence, when we convert it into an interrogative one, we will put the auxiliary verb first, and that will be, does Renu write stories and poems? Okay? The stress will also change and it will go upon the auxiliary verb. So, like we have studied, the position of auxiliary verb will be replaced with the subject when we are making interrogative sentences. And one more point for you to remember is, when your sentence is starting, when your sentence has a past, simple past or a simple present verb, it will begin with a do, does or did. Like the third example we read, Renu writes stories and poems. Renu writes stories and poem. Here, writes is simple present verb. So here, when we will make a question out of it, we will make an interrogative sentence out of it. It will start with does. And if it were, except for Renu, it were girls, it would have been, do they write stories? If it were a sentence like they write stories, so it wouldn't have been does, it would have been do they write stories and poems. Let's move on. So now, the interrogative sentences not only start with the auxiliary verb, but sometimes they start with WH family. So to form a question with WH words, which are what, who, when, how, etc. The subject and the verb are interchanged. Subject and the verb will be interchanged. For example, this is my dog. So when we will convert it into WH family or a WH interrogative sentence, the verb, the auxiliary verb will be interchanged with the subject, right? So for example, whose dog is this? Now we can see that is placed after this in the sentence, that is declarative, and in the interrogative sentence is coming before this. I hope you got it. Let's move on to next kind of sentence, that is imperative sentences. So what are imperative sentences? The sentences which are giving an advice, an order or a command or a forbidding. For example, avoid fast food. This is an advice, because avoiding fast food will definitely cause less harm to the health. Do me a favor, please. This is a request. When you are asking for a request, you would say, do me a favor, please. Next is, take off your shoes. This is an order. This can be also in a nice way. Take off your shoes. Don't pluck flowers. If you go in the parks, you can see the boards that are hanged around the trees that says, don't pluck the flowers. And that is a forbidding, because plucking flowers are forbidden, right? The sentences above seem to have only predicate and no subject. The imperative sentence have a hidden subject, that is you, because all these orders, advice, requests are for the subject, that is you. For example, when I am asking you to open your book and start reading, I will not say you open your book. I will say open the book and start reading. And you will know that I am asking you to do something without me using the subject. Next up we have optative sentence. In this kind of sentence, we are expressing either a wish or a prayer. For example, may God bless you. This is a wish or a prayer, right? And the next is, may he come to his senses. May he come to his senses. Alright? Let's move on. And now we have the last type of the sentences, that is exclamatory sentences. A sentence that expresses a sudden or strong feeling. That is expressing a sudden or strong feeling. For example, the Taj Mahal is an exquisite monument. This is also a declarative sentence that we all know that Taj Mahal is beautiful. It is a very beautiful place. But when I myself go to the Taj Mahal and I become shocked or surprised with the beauty it holds, I will say, what an exquisite monument the Taj Mahal is. What an exquisite monument. Next, Chetan Bhagat wrote a great book. So like we all know that Chetan Bhagat is a very great writer. But when I read the book and then I exclaim that what a great book Chetan Bhagat wrote, it will be an exclamatory sentence. Now, what are we doing in this sentence to make it exclamatory? Let us see. We are adding what to the sentences, and adding this what will stress on the sentence and make it exclamatory. What will intensify the sentence and will make it more expressionable. In the sentence first, what helped to express a very strong admiration for the Taj Mahal. A person who is admiring Taj Mahal so much will say what an exquisite monument the Taj Mahal is, and what will help to express this feeling very strongly. In the second sentence, what expresses a strong appreciation of the book written by Chetan Bhagat. There are some more expressions that are used in exclamatory sentences. For example, hurrah to express joy, alas to express grief, to express sorrow, beware to express warning. Like there are a lot of warning signs written on the boards of some houses or some places that say beware of the dog. So they are warning you to beware, to take care that there is a dog inside and it may harm you. Oh dear, that expresses concern, and we use it when we are showing our concern for someone or for something. Help is used to express fear. When we are afraid of something or someone, we always shout help. And wow to express appreciation. Like the sentence we earlier read was, what an exquisite monument the Taj Mahal is. We could have said, wow, Taj Mahal is so beautiful. This would also have been an exclamatory sentence. So this is all. With this topic, we are done with our chapter, sentences. I hope you understood all the sentences, all the topics well. And now you have to do this exercise on the basis of the exclamation I just gave you. So this is all for today, and we will meet for the next chapter in the next video. Bye-bye.